Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to BSV TV. I'm your host Satoshi, and on this show we'll be defending the one and only, truly genuine Bitcoin. The Bitcoin that Satoshi Nakamoto designed in his white paper as a peer-to-peer electronic cash system for the world. Let's get the disclaimers out of the way. So all the statements that you hear on this show are opinion and must only ever be taken as opinion. They are never to be taken as any form of advice, family, financial, sexual or otherwise. And on that note, let's sit back, relax, have some fun and enjoy the show. Get paid for your content in Bitcoin and set your own fee on Streamanity.
Yeah, I'm not surprised I wasn't asked why I'm convinced Craig is Satoshi. I posted on Reddit. He signed in my presence using the private key from block number one, the very first mined Bitcoin block. On a computer that I'm convinced had not been tampered with, on software I'm convinced that had not been tampered with, a message of my choosing.
At Enchain, we've just funded a number of universities doing, so far, a test up to 1 gigabyte because it validates what we've already done independently. We've tested up to 380 gigabyte blocks. We've tested 1 million transactions a second and transaction sizes up to 20 megabytes. Super complex scripts. Basically ones that can run operating systems. That's all of global commerce times about 50. On top of that, we can have complex scripts. On top of that, we can scale each of those transactions 1,000 times, which effectively means about 1 billion transactions per second, which means we can then have all derivatives, all complex trades. That means high frequency trading. It means everything that happens globally.
Is the market that effectively BSV is going for, is that global e-commerce, which is currently valued at $29 trillion?
No, that's too small.
Buy and sell Bitcoin instantly at bsvgravity.com. And you can now book and pay for your winter holiday at skibsv.com. Oh, alrighty people, we are live. Let me just do some DIY while we are here. That's what we're after. Rock and roll. Just gonna wait for that to come up on my Twitch account so I can make sure that it's broadcasting correctly. There we go. We are off skis to the races. So welcome to Satoshi TV for any newbies who are watching the show for the first time. We broadcast on Twitch because YouTube won't allow me to broadcast live on my channel because they've already taken down 2 of them. Then they often prevent me from editing my shows and they delete episodes. It's absolutely horrendous. So we broadcast on Twitch. Then we put the trailer or partial episodes up onto YouTube and then put the full episode up onto Streamanity, where you can set your own fee according to how you judge the quality. So I did try to... I'm trying to get people onto Streamanity, obviously. And so I've started doing a show at 11 a.m. GMT in the mornings, which just goes over all the figures and stuff like that. I'm only charging like 3 cents for it, so it's really not a lot. Like I'd need a lot of viewers in order to cover the upload fee. So because it looks like that's not going to happen, and they're being done on a daily basis, and all I'm doing is going over the figures. I've decided to, I'm going to sort of knock that on, the Streamanity part of that on the head. And I'm just literally going to upload that onto YouTube just to get people looking at all these figures and stuff like that. So you can see I've got 21 viewers of that today. And my overall subscribers on the channel, when this comes up, as you'll see in just a second, is now over 300. We'll check it out, look at that. 307 subscribers. Could do without on Streamanity, but obviously kind of like we need to give everybody a chance to catch up, you know, because we here in BSV are way ahead of the rest of the market. And I mean light years ahead. I mean like too far ahead. Because we've basically given the shitcoiners with shit for brains far too much credibility. But really, we're not actually waiting for them to come in. It's going to be corporates first. So I think basically kind of CSW is shaking out all the shitcoiners the shitcoiners who still want dirty dollar and filthy fiat and just simply bet on him, hoping that they would be able to cash out some fat wads into dirty dollar and then like swan off into the sunset. When in actual fact, it's all about Bitcoin. So he's just like, well, actually, all these douchebags that have overstretched themselves, taking a ridiculous risky bet on me, are now going to suffer because of that, because that's a stupid thing to do. It's all about the accumulation of Bitcoin. So we are just simply going to have to wait. But what is it we're waiting for? Well, tomorrow we have got the Gigamegs event coming. It is going to be massive. Now, anybody with any little bit of intellect, the moment they see these Gigamegs coming online, of which we'll just have a picture up here of it. Where is it? We want some Gigamegs. Let's see it. Seriously, going to do this to me now? Come on. I found this picture the other day. It's on my actual profile, isn't it? Let's go to that then. The Gigamegs event. Check it out. Here we go. Oh, that's the one. There it is. Gigamegs are coming tomorrow. Now, anybody with just a little bit of intellect will be like, oh, hold on a minute. Like Michael Saylor and his big blocks. In fact, I think we should have a listen to that little episode right now. Let's do it while we're here. Michael Saylor talking about how he loves Bitcoin the way it is with big blocks. Take the floor, Michael Saylor. Oh yeah, here we go. Bring it on.
I like Bitcoin the way it is. In fact, I love Bitcoin the way it is.
So do we, Michael. So do we. And you are going to see tomorrow where your big blocks are, buddy. Because he has bought small block core coin. And he has no idea. Can you imagine? Like, he's going to be, first of all, he's going to be in denial. Like, literally all these expressions, like, what was it? First they something, first they tease you, first they mock you, whatever. Then they fight you, then you win and all that. He's going to be in massive denial about what's going on. He's going to be livid. But when they see this, like, you cannot deny when you see these big blocks on chain that Bitcoin scales the exact way that Satoshi Nakamoto described. So carry on with these big blocks, Michael. Let's hear about how good it is.
And the way it's currently constructed, it is possible to put all $250 trillion of monetary energy in big blocks of encrypted energy on the blockchain.
He is gonna be livid, like absolutely livid, when he sees what he's talking about happening tomorrow. But will he? Will he even look tomorrow? Because like anybody who realizes, hold on a minute, big blocks on the blockchain, scaling in the way that Satoshi Nakamoto said it could here, and like, they're like, oh no, we don't want that, Michael. We want small blocks. We want censorship resistant money. We all want to store the blockchain on our Raspberry Pis. He'll be like, what the F are you on about? Like, he will be on the warpath at some point or other. Tomorrow could be the trigger. Who knows? But the fact is, the smartest people are already in the room. And that room has got a sign on the door saying, Bitcoin, BSV. So it's not going to be a shock to any like intelligent people who are already in the space, but maybe this might be a little kind of like flag. Michael Saylor will be like, what's that? What's that over there? What's that? What's that thing on the horizon growing larger and larger? Oh my God, is that a Gigameg block? Oh God, I know. But I mean, like I said, the intelligent people, as in like retailers like us, we are already here. So it's really a case of grabbing the attention of the corporates. And what is going to grab their attention? Well, might a gigabyte block grab their attention? Who knows? But it's significant. We know it's significant. It's just a case of whether or not more intelligent people with more social clout and weight are be like, will be like, hold on a minute, like, what is this? Anything to grab their attention. So it could be tomorrow. Like, who knows? But carry on, Michael. I'm loving this.
Maybe the Bitcoin will be $1 million. You can probably calculate $10 million of Bitcoin or something. Big blocks, $100 million chunks on the blockchain. It'll store all the monetary energy in the world, and it should store it for the next 100 years without losing any of it. If Bitcoin's going to fail, it's not going to fail due to lack of functionality or lack of speed or lack of scalability. In my opinion, if Bitcoin is going to fail, it's going to fail because of it loses trust and security. We have to protect the network integrity at all cost.
Indeed we do, Michael. Indeed we do. So if on the off chance you do maybe watch this show or like, you know, another show anytime soon, let me show you what happened. This is a graph that is absolutely fundamental to Bitcoin. Here we go. This is it. This is it, Michael. This is your big block. This is your blockchain. You know, the Bitcoin that you like the way it is, and that you in fact love the way it is. But as you can see on my graph here, it has been forked away. Now, what does that mean? Well, I will let one of your colleagues explain what has happened to Bitcoin for you right now. Take the floor, Peter McCormack. Here we go.
Bitcoin is so different now from when Satoshi was here. It's a completely different project. It doesn't matter who Satoshi is anymore. Even if Satoshi came back, I don't think he would just be immediately welcomed as having this God-given right to decide what happens with Bitcoin. I think he would have to earn his right back into the project. Bitcoin is built based on consensus now.
Are you sure about that, Pete? Because it didn't sound like it to me. And what do you mean, built on consensus now? Was it not built on consensus before? So as we know, consensus means what Blockstream now feels it should be, because they control it. And for any shitcoiners who don't believe me, we'll have we'll let the chief strategy officer at Blockstream explain to us in his own words. Take the floor, Scam Some Mao. Here we go.
Bitcoin was created by the central bankers that enslave you today. It is their scapegoat.
How do you answer those, Max and Stacey?
I think the evidence is clear that they do not control it. There's 10 years, almost 11 years now of track record.
Yeah, Blockstream controls it.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Who does?
Yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead. Who does?
Blockstream.
Oh! Own goal. Honestly, I love this. I love this. Just letting the shitcoiners put their own foot in the shit. It's brilliant. Cue the nervous laughter.
Oh,
All right.
I was looking at you when I said that.
Yeah, I'm a block. I have a spy. I'm one of the spies. No. So this, it's an interesting. Now that there's.
It certainly is interesting now that there's a better. Oh dear, honestly, I'm gonna be gutted when the time is over that that like little clip is no longer relevant. You know, I'm just gonna milk it for as much as I can. Like, I love it. Let's see what time this thing is due to kick off tomorrow. Captain Bitcoin has said, yo, how's it going? Not sure, but how about a little live morning show 10ish tomorrow? Sounds good to me. Here we go. That's just a reply to Captain here. There we go. Sounds good to me. Yes, indeed. There we go. 10ish tomorrow, people. You've seen it here first. Can you see it? Oh, yeah, we'll be able to see it. Yep. There we go. Sounds good to me. Loving that. Right. Quite a few. A big block. Oh, yes. Here we go. Check it out. There we go. Confirmation of the time. So I said, what's the estimated start time for Project Gigamakes tomorrow? Any ideas so we can get broadcasting? So the reply was all day, but we'll be dropping the hammer on the big stuff between 7 and 11. 7 and 11. Oh, exciting stuff. Is that GMT? Oh, what time? UTC. Oh, that's GMT. Yeah. So Universal Central Time. Well, yeah, I was in UTC. It's meant to be Universal Time Central, but same thing. We know what it means. Right, so that's 7 o'clock tomorrow evening. Rock and roll. Dropping the hammer and the big stuff. Loving that. Loving that. So, dropping the hammer and the big stuff. Let's just get into some of the gossip. Again, we've been over the figures already. In fact, while we're here, we'll just have a quick look at Coin Dance, because this is kind of like where the gossip is. So the gossip is, in this more detail, in the hash rate, this is where the politics is where you can see what's really happening. Check this out. So Hathor with 41% of the hash rate, and Tau with 37.6, and all these via BTC, Binance, BTC.com, don't really want them on there. That was 7 days, and then all of a sudden, whoa, look at this. Look at this. Almost like a 180. Tau with now 49% of the hash rate. Hathor down to 41.6. And SV Pool. So I have to apologize for my mistakes this morning. I was like, my mind was on other things, and I called SV Pool F2 Pool about twice. Been doing a live show. Yeah, trying to concentrate on too many things. I'm a guy. I can't multitask. So apologies for that, but good to see them. Look, 3.4%. That's actually up from, I think it was 2.7 this morning. And Mempool Norpool, 2.7 there. So that's really good. That's really good. Again, love seeing those shitcoiners being booted off the chain. I mean, look, there's quite a bit of data flowing through that too. Whoa, a 23 megabyte block on there. So that's I mean, there's still a lot of data. Still a lot of data flowing through that chain. So we'll just have a. So this is B Crash with Hathor again. Hathor on there through sheer spite. That's literally the only reason they're on there, taking care of the profitability, which is just hilarious. So yeah, so it's currently a 7.6% more profitable to mine on Corecoin because Hathor's mining B Crash. Oh dear, I love it. I find it just tickles me. It just tickles me. I think it's absolutely hilarious. We'll just have a quick look at the blockchain actually. There we go, Bitcoin blocks live. Here we go, loading this bad boy. Look at that, there we go, look at that. 23 megabyte block on that chain. Looking juicy, looking juicy. Yeah, I mean, they're relatively like decent sized blocks on there. Yeah, bigger than Corecoin anyway. So yeah, pretty good, pretty good. Let's get on with some of these articles then. So this was I was going to go through this yesterday. CoinGeek have reported that Bitcoin's first exchange for tokens is now live. Good job. Let's see, Patrick Thompson using Bitcoin as well. Bitcoin's first exchange for tokens is now live. Loving it. Yeah, you know, it's time to drop the SV. If you're gonna call it SV, call it BSV. So it's either Bitcoin or BSV. You know, I'm not gonna call it Bitcoin SV because it's like insulting. It's just Bitcoin. That's all it is. You know, and I've got no intention of ever chatting to any shitcoiners. So, you know, Laura Sheehan approaches me, Michael Saylor approaches me. I was just simply going to refer to it as Bitcoin. They can do the math in their own head. All right, so you're calling this Bitcoin. So what are we holding? Well, you're holding shitcoin. Is all I can say. But let's see what they say about this, because they're selling these tokens, and it's just like, well, so long as people are not buying them with the expectation of profit, you know, because that's kind of grey area when they become securities. You know, you spin a story, and this is like Carbon Craft was asking yesterday, like, you know, how do I profit from from Ape token? Well, you don't. It's club membership. That's all it is. So yeah, let's see what the article says anyway. So it says Bitcoin finally has a decentralized exchange for tokens. Get it right. It's not actually a decentralized exchange, is it? Really? You know, you've got to be careful using the word decentralized. You know, unless there is competition between those who control it, it's not actually decentralized. It's an exchange. It has a central point of authority and control. You know, it could be one of these, you know, dexes, but it's still managed. You know, the program, although it might be you know, left to run itself, it still can be taken down. So yeah, not really a fan of using that word decentralized. Really, it's a buzzword that these shitcoiners use. So I think maybe we could do with you know, changing the narrative on that. So Bitcoin Token Exchange went live on March 6th, so that was 6 days ago, and it's currently the most functional and only decentralized exchange for tokens that is up and running on a Bitcoin SV. I started seeing that people talking about Simple Fabric Protocol. All right, is that SFP tokens on Twitter a few weeks ago, February 18th. People were minting them and sending them out to anyone who asked, said Bitcoin Token Exchange founder Graham Madden, also known as GMAD on Twitter and Twitch. Oh, cool. Well, I might have to introduce myself. He says, I got sent a lot of different tokens and I want to see them in an alphabetical list with more tokens details. So I set up a page to use the Money Button API to display them and to learn how to use the API. Some people were trading them on Twitter. Again, it's just not good. They do not represent anything. They should not have a value. If people are buying them for novelty effect, that's fine. But it's very quick. Yeah, it's very easy for somebody to see the price going up, especially if you're a shitcoiner with shit for brains, going, oh, I need to get in on some of this shit. You know, and then you end up with a bucket shop. You know, so just be careful. So they said some people were trading them on Twitter, so I thought it would be a good idea to let other people list their tokens that they want to trade. Well, they don't do anything. You know, if you want to trade membership to a club like, you know, one of these DAOs, which I'd rather call distributed autonomous organizations rather than decentralized, you know, that's fine, but it's just a membership. You know, people are going to get confused by what they're buying. And allow them to contact each other through the site. Then the following suggestions from users. I started working on adding a trading function to allow people to transfer tokens directly on the site by swiping a money button. The rest has just come from ideas about what might be useful and suggestions from users. So, I mean, as a proof of concept, fine. I haven't got a problem with it. But, you know, when you start like trading them for money, I just think you've got to be careful, really. All right, so this is GMAD. There we go. Okay, right. Well, I shall follow. There we go. Following. So from an end user perspective, it is a bit like using eBay because completing a transaction requires both the buyer and seller. Again, not a fan of buyers and sellers, you know, to do a bit of manual labor until it is automated, of course, how it works. Buyers on the platform select the token they would like to purchase. Why would you like to purchase it? And then swipe a money button to pay. Afterwards, the order appears in the seller's order list. The seller then needs to swipe a money button to send the buyers their tokens. As of now, there have been 642 users who have logged in. There are currently 692 listings showing on for sale. That's just not a good idea. 328 payments made since the 6th of March when the buy-sell bit went live, said Madden. It's just, look, I just think, you know, you've got to be careful with that shit, seriously. You know, like I said, proof of concept, fine. But when people start, you know, getting misled, oh, what's this token? Well, this token's gonna revolutionize the blockchain, you know, all that shit. That's when you can get in trouble. So, you know, just be careful on that. I found this article, Cointelegraph, saying Bitcoin miner sell-off fears as a Puel multiple nears red zone, last seen at 27 peak. What's this? So again, we'll just have a look at this. A return to the peak of the 2017 bull market could signal major macro highs for Bitcoin. But this time institutions are here, says analyst Philip Swift. Well, yeah, shitcoin institutions are there. Core coin miners are selling less and less core coin. But if one metric is correct, they could soon start causing a major price correction. So that means price going down. In an update on the 11th of March, which was yesterday, Philip Swift, creator of on-chain data resource Looking to Bitcoin, flagged familiar warning signs from the Pool multiple, or Puel multiple. Developed by David Pool, the Pool multiple tracks when miners are likely to start selling en masse in order to realize profits from participating in the Bitcoin network. It divides the value of the new BTC issued per day by 1 year moving average issuance, both in the US dollar, to give an insight into where selling would be most profitable for miners. A look at the multiples historical performance shows that highs, when its value enters an upper red zone on the chart, coincide with Bitcoin price peaks and subsequent sell-offs. For Swift, with the multiple now closer to the red zone than any time since 2017, the danger is clear. I mean, again, it's just, I mean, these graphs don't tell you fuck all. Pardon my French. You know, number go up, number go down. No fundamentals here whatsoever because they don't understand Bitcoin. And again, if you're looking at these graphs and number go up, you're just simply worshipping the dirty dollar. It's, oh yeah, oh, great, yeah, I'll cash out because I want dollar over Bitcoin. The idea should be, how can I accumulate more Bitcoin? If you're just like, oh right, well, if I sell this into dirty dollars, you know, and risk losing the Bitcoin because it could go up either way, 50-50, you know, fair dues, but it's a gamble. It's a massive gamble. And again, all these people are doing is thinking about dirty dollars. They haven't got, you know, because Bitcoin or core coin is absolutely effing useless. You know, which is why they go, oh, store of value, yeah. So I'll just sell to some poor schmuck a few years down the line, you know, after it's gone up a shitload, and so I can cash out into some big fat dollar and walk off. You know, they have no idea what Bitcoin is really and truly about. Again, I mean, they're just pointing out these red things here, glass node, whatever. You know, all these ascending triangles, ball pennants, squares and circles, whatever. You know, does it tell you about SegWit? Does it tell you about Lightning Network? Does it tell you about replaced by feed? Does it tell you about child pays for parent and all that crap? No, it doesn't, which means it doesn't tell you anything fundamental. It is all superficial bullshit. You may as well just be looking at, you know, tea leaves and crystal balls and all that crap. But yeah, that's that one. This was quite an interesting one in terms of supply and demand. Bitcoin futures open interest hits all-time high as traders flock to derivatives. Again, dirty traders pumping and dumping, not using Bitcoin for anything that it's meant to be used for, just simply trying to make a quick buck, like shitcoiners, absolute shitcoiners. And like, you know, people are going, oh, they think traders have got this kind of like, you know, magic knowledge and know-how. It's absolute bollocks. Oh yeah, I'm a trader. Yeah, I'm a trader. You don't know what traders do. I know exactly what traders do. You know, absolute bullshit. Pumping and dumping. They're not adding any value to the market or themselves whatsoever. In fact, I was watching a really interesting YouTube video yesterday about the guy who prevented the WannaCry attack, cybersecurity hack. And what was really interesting is that when he went to the DevCon conference in Las Vegas, he was arrested by the FBI when he was in the airport heading back home for a piece of software that he'd written back when he was 17 years old. He had sold this software that hacks into banking details, and somebody else had what do they call it? Basically programmed the software into another program, but it still had his name all over it. He knew he was going to get in trouble for it, you know, for stealing bank details and stuff like that. So they arrested him, prevented him from going home, and he said during that time where he was basically in limbo, he couldn't work and he couldn't leave, and he was kind of stuck there, he said that he realized all the time that had gone past, he hadn't produced anything of value. And they were the key words. He said, I realized I hadn't produced anything of value. So in other words, he'd been wasting his life. He hadn't been doing anything, he hadn't been creating anything. The time had been wasted. You know, so, and when you're young, I mean, especially when you're younger, and you're just like, you know what, I haven't actually done anything. Because he was told, like, not to hack, not to go near a computer and all that kind of stuff. So to realize, I mean, it's a sign of maturity when you look back and you go, well, you know what, I haven't actually contributed in any way, shape or form. Because he'd obviously changed his mind when he was 17 and sold the software. He said, actually, you know what, that's not what I want to do. But he said that you only really understand the difference between right and wrong when you grow up, which is what he had done over those years. So yeah, a fascinating documentary, well worth it. I'll see if I can find it. But I'd seen another one which we'll watch at the end of the show, where I think he was Canada's most wanted hacker. Basically hacked into some mainframes when he was about 15. And they were trying to track him down, and he basically called out the internet, as in like calling out, saying, look, the internet has got massive faults because it will always suffer from being hacked because it is hackable, and so this ties into what Craig was saying about, when Tim Berners-Lee invented the internet, what he really wanted to do was develop the Bitcoin network. But because Bitcoin wasn't around, the technology wasn't around, he basically had to make the internet as it is with all these flaws and all these holes in it, where data isn't secure and it can be cracked, hacked, altered, and changed and deleted. So yeah, we'll watch that. But this is just traders being dirtbags. Traders are racing to speculate on Bitcoin in the derivatives market, with open interest in BTC futures approaching $20 billion for the first time. Okay, I mean, I'm not sure how futures works exactly, but with Coolcoin again edging towards all-time highs, a large volume of money is flowing into Coolcoin derivatives market. According to the crypto market data aggregator Glassnode, outstanding futures contracts pushed into new all-time highs on March the 11th, so that's just yesterday, with open interest across exchanges approaching $20 billion. I might follow Glassnode here then. Let's have a look. Oh, there we go. Follow them. Interesting. So let's see what this tweet was. See what it says. More capital is flowing into the derivatives market as the amount of outstanding Coolcoin futures contracts reaches all-time high. So it's futures contracts. People entering into these contracts. Let's have a quick look on Glassnode, see if we can see this. Oh, I have to log in and sign up. I might do that, but anyhow. So yeah, Bitcoin futures open interest. I mean, I don't quite know how they measure interest and stuff, but I can't quite see these figures. Doesn't really. Oh, here we go. Right, so Kraken, Bitfinex, Dairy Bitty, FTX, CME, Bybit. Okay, so. Would you believe it? Kraken at the top. Well. Out of the shitcoin exchange. Options have also surged to see record volumes in 2021, with Deribit now regularly hosting more than $1 billion worth of daily trade. According to the Binance-owned CoinMarketCap, the three largest centralized derivatives exchanges, Binance, Huobi Global, and Bybit. Again, Huobi Global pushed off the Bitcoin chain. Yes, indeed. And Bybit represent more than $100 billion in combined daily trade. Binance alone is $57 billion. The next 10 highest ranking exchanges facilitate more than $65 billion in trade over the past 24 hours. Huge numbers, but again, massive speculative bubble. So it's literally, it is hot air that we're talking about. So yeah, they're giving all these large figures, but yeah, the bubble could literally pop tomorrow. Literally. Pop tomorrow, jeepers. I thought this was funny. It says here, Dogecoin mining announcement crashes streaming company's website. Like, what a joke. But again, it just goes to show you the volume of shitcoiners involved in this. Even though the volume of shitcoiners literally cannot even touch the big money that CSW was talking about, the corporate money coming in. This is just simply an imbalance of the current market, and the number of shitcoiners with shit for brains that are currently in it comparatively, just at the moment. Unbelievable stupidity. So like a massive online traffic surge temporarily overloaded a website back in February after the company announced that it invested in Dogecoin. Oh my god. Hello Pal, a Canadian social platform, has said that its website suffered a temporary outage back in February. And again, you know, in Bitcoin, if their website was hosted on the Bitcoin network, there are no DOS attacks anymore. Because finally, if a website suffers a denial of service attack, which is where you overload it with transactions, now those transactions are going to cost because they're micro payments. So Bitcoin solves all these problems that the internet has got, like, you know, DOS attacks. So again, we'll see that in the video in a minute. According to a press release issued by the company on Thursday, the incident occurred shortly after it announced significant investment in Dogecoin and Litecoin mining. Oh my god. Oh my god. Just do one. Honestly. Like I said, just polluting my fragile little mind. I just don't want to hear all this bullshit. Corecoin Flippen's South Korean won closes in on Google. The market capitalization of Bitcoin recently rose to above $1 trillion. Once again, now the asset has surpassed the total market cap of the South Korean won. According to data from Asset Dash, the Corecoin market cap is $1.05 trillion at time of publication. This exceeds the money supply of the South Korean won, which was estimated to be... Whoa, that's a trillion... What? Oh, okay, so this is Korean won. Yeah, all right. Let me see if I can figure out what this number is then. So that's thousands, that's millions, that's billions, that's trillions, quadrillion. So that must be 1 quadrillion, 178 trillion, 748 billion, 600 million Korean won. As of December 2020, and it's currently valued at roughly, so it's like $1.4 trillion. The market cap rose above 1 trillion for the first time. Blah blah. I can't be asked with that shit. But we know. We kind of like know what it's all about anyway. This was funny. Again, like Ripple in more shit. When are they going to learn? Ripple execs ask court to block the Securities and Exchange Commission request for personal financial records. Yeah, to see if they're scammers or not, which they know they are. No wonder they don't want them to see it. Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson are calling the SEC subpoenas to banks wholly inappropriate overreach and an invasion of privacy. Are they trying to hide something? The fact that they've probably been embezzling investor funds? I suspect so. Otherwise, what's the issue? Oh, well, I don't want people to see that we've been dumping XRP on the market and you know, storing it in our bank account. No wonder. 2 senior execs of Ripple have asked the court to quash the request from the US Securities and Exchange Commission for access to their personal financial records. Yeah, no wonder. You know, absolute scumbags. Absolute scumbags. And the last one here, Coindesk.com. SEC enforcement action alleges Ponzi scheme. So the SEC brings enforcement action against alleged $6.9 million Ponzi scheme. Sean Cutting allegedly claimed to be an experienced financial advisor to raise funds from over 450 investors. The US Securities and Exchange Commission has brought an emergency enforcement action against an Idaho man who allegedly raised $6.9 million for a fraudulent digital asset investment pool. Yeah, I mean, just they're all gonna get served. They're all gonna get served, you know. And we'll be interested to see what the effects will be after tomorrow, Gigameg Saturday. Yes, yes, indeed, gonna be brilliant. And check this one out for the last of the articles here. Binance is being probed to see if US residents are trading derivatives on its report. So CFTC probe over US customers trading derivatives. The agency hasn't accused Binance of any wrongdoing, according to the Bloomberg report, but Binance is being investigated by the Commodities Futures Trading Commission to determine if the US residents traded derivatives on the cryptocurrency exchange in violation of US rules, Bloomberg reported. So again, I mean, they're going to get found out. Yeah, we all know what's going to happen in the end. Because we all know that they're all a bunch of dirtbags. Utter dirtbags. Complete dirtbags. So, right. We'll leave it there for the YouTube trailer. And get a load of this. Oh yeah, by the way, check this out. The Silk Road official trailer here. So I think it was released yesterday, somewhere, somehow. So it's only 2 minutes. Let's have a quick look at this. Here we go. There we go, peeps. So absolutely fantastic documentary, that one. But as he said, the internet was never designed for commerce. It has fundamental flaws. It will always be exposed. You know, and the story basically is what the story is his story. He started hacking and was interested in reading like programming books when he was 6 years old. I mean, just phenomenal talent, but misguided and basically kind of like not given the attention that he needed by his parents who were divorced, and his dad was too busy. So delinquent, unfortunately, you know, with lots of talent. Yeah, look after your kids, peeps. You know, nurture their talent. Don't otherwise they'll just simply get in trouble like he did. But yeah, we'll leave it there, folks. A good chat in the chat box. I can see everyone in there. Shout out, starting from the top, from Shelly Mack, Oxu, who has been have you been dual streaming my show by the sounds of it? Diddy Weldon, Richard Leach, Jay Paps, Connor G, I Have Plenty, great stuff. Neezy, I can see in there as well. KP Dad, spot on. Yeah, I think that's everybody. Yeah, Connor G, great stuff. Any questions? Please chuck them in there. So how are you dual streaming my show? On what platform? Can I see it? Be careful, because you'll get copyright strike on if it's on YouTube with these clips on it. So yeah, any questions for me? Or while questions are being formulated, please put your handles and paymails in the chat box. Let's do this. Just gonna open up my Handcash. Here we go. Handcash is open. Starting. He's doing it alongside yours on Twitch as well. Cool. That's all right. 19 to 25 here today. Wow. Yeah, well, consistent, good figures. I wonder if they'll change tomorrow after Gigameg Saturday. That's what I wonder. So first one to you, Shelly Mack. Here we go. That is registered. Swiping to send on the way. There we go. Caught that volume nicely. Xcodate, put your Handcash and PayMail in there, because I know it wasn't in there last time. KP, this is on the way to you. There we go. Swiping to send on the way. And Neezy, you are next. Sending money, NEE. There we go. Swiping to send, nice and efficient, on the way. Connor G, see you in there too. Here we go. CON, Connor G. Swiping to send, on the way. I Have Plenty, this one's to you. Segbet, whatever that one is. Segbet, is that right? Or is it SG? Oh, it's in there somewhere. Ugh. Come on. Hey, SG Bet, got it. That's the one. Swiping to send, on the way. Vanilla BTC. Vanilla BTC. You think I'm honestly going to send any Bitcoin to an address that's got BTC in it? Insulting me. Never going to happen, mate. I've even got issues with Michael Hudson not changing his handle from BTC. I spit on it. It's outrageous. I'm not sending any BSV to a BTC address. Not happening. Let's see, who's Oxono, put yours in there. What's that? Yeah, I don't mind if you stream away, you know, just get as many viewers as possible. I don't mind, just get the information out there. That's all I'll say on that one. Oh, who else is in there at the top? Diddy, not Duddy. Here we go, on the way. DID. Here we go. Swiping to send, on the way. JPaps and Richie Rich, can see yours in there too. JP and JPaps. Swiping to send. That's done. Richie Rich, year on X. Here we go. RICH. Richie Rich. Swiping to send, on the way. Could do the profile picture in there, buddy, so I can recognize you. Oxono, put your Handcash or PayMail in there, you know, whatever. There we go. Yeah, I think that's everybody. Right, we'll leave that there because that's 52 minutes according to OBS. Right, people, hope you enjoyed the show, and remember, as ever, I'm Entangle IT, and this is streaming on botcoin.com. Nice, yep, just get as many people streaming, whatever, you know, just get it out there. That's it's not like I'm being paid for this or anything like that. Just get the numbers. That's all we want. So yeah, see you all tomorrow. Remember, the hammer is being dropped at 7 o'clock UTC from 7 to 11. But Captain Bitcoin is probably going to start a live show on YouTube, I guess, from 10 a.m. tomorrow. So I'll have my coffee ready in hand, chilling out, talking about the exciting events taking place. Gonna be fun. So as ever, be aware, take care, stay safe out there. Joy given. Same time tomorrow. Same time tomorrow. It's 5 o'clock. No, I will be doing a show. I will always be going live. You know, so they're dropping the hammer at 7. So I'll be finished by then. So yeah, I will still be going live tomorrow. Can't help it. So be aware, take care, stay safe out there. Joy given. Same time tomorrow. Catch you guys later. Get paid for posting your pics on Relica. Download the app now at www.getrelica.com. Get your tweet etched on Twitch, forever on the Bitcoin blockchain. Do it today at www.jointwitch.com. Buy BSV.live, the best place to buy Bitcoin SV online. Support independent content creators on micropayment platforms such as Streamanity, Twitch and Relica. We should profit from our data, not the large corporations who track, monitor and sell it. If you enjoy the Bitcoin content I produce, please support me by heading over to www.satoshi.tv, where you can keep up to date with all the latest news, gossip and content as it's created. Thanks very much. To get started in Bitcoin, go to freebsv.com, where you can claim your free Bitcoin. Then head over to Twitter and follow @IamSatoshi, where you can take part in his very generous and world famous free giveaways. The future of advertising meets the power of Bitcoin at Tonic Pow. Get paid for posting advertising campaigns to your social media profiles. Go to www.tonicpowads.com.